We're in conversation with the spearhead of the Indian bowling attack, someone I can call at best my acquaintance, Jasprit Bumrah. It's been a long 3 days right off the bat in this series. How's the body feeling?
The body is feeling good. It's a good test match going on, evenly poised at this moment. And yeah, a good day of test cricket is waiting for us, and this will define, where we stand in this test match, and hoping for the best and hoping, to get a good total on board.
3 wickets on day 2, and then to come back and convert that to a fifer. What happens overnight? What are the processes and methods you follow?
What happens overnight is you eat, sleep, hydrate and come back again. That is basically the schedule for any fast bowler. And obviously you try and focus on what are the things that are in your control. You try to assess the wicket, you try to assess the opposition, and you try to assess what is the scenario. So that is what I was looking to do, and it was a good day that I picked up a fifer.
Day 4, and it's a game that still hangs in the balance. If you had to sum up how India has been doing so far, what would you say?
So far, a lot of positives. We started really well. Obviously, this is a difficult ground to bowl on as well, because it's a high-scoring ground, lightning outfield. The run scoring is so high. So yes, I think at this moment we are evenly poised, and if we have a very good day today, then I think we should be able to capitalize.
At the presser yesterday, you spoke about the Headingley slope. There were also blustering winds at one point through the day. How much does that make bowling a challenge on a ground like this?
It can be challenging, especially for the people who are playing here for the first time, because we in India are used to playing on level grounds. Over here there are slopes, it's up and down, so sometimes that can affect your rhythm, that can affect where you want to pitch the ball. So all of these things are taken into consideration. So yeah, it's an interesting challenge, interesting experience for us as a bowling unit, young bowling unit. So we're quite eager, and we'll learn from this experience and hopefully put up a better show.
And what were some of the conversations you were having with this young bowling unit through your time on the field and maybe in the dressing room after the innings?
Maybe giving them suggestions about what has worked here, what they should look to do, and what I have learned over the years through the experience that I've played here. So all of these things, not to give them too much information and confuse them too much also, is what I look to do. So yeah, whenever they need my help, I'm there to help them out and trying to be there in whatever capacity I can be.
What are some of the questions that they ask you?
The questions that they ask me is when the ball's not swinging, or when the ball suddenly starts to swing, how do you control it, or what is the mindset going on when you start an innings. So all of these conversations are quite interesting to have, because these are the type of conversations I had when I came as a youngster. So I got to know a lot about the experiences that the former players shared with me. So yes, trying to pass on the knowledge, and hopefully they'll take it further as well.
To be a thinking bowler is one thing, but to think quick is a completely different ball game. How do you judge what length to bowl just looking at the pitch when you're out there already and so much is riding on you?
I would like to think of me as a smart person and an intelligent person.
I said that.
So yeah, but that is very important as a cricketer, that you have to keep an open mind, you have to adapt quickly, you have to keep an open ear as well, looking at the opposition, looking at how things have gone, you assess and you make a plan. It's not like we're sitting inside having a coffee or sleeping, because you have to keep an eye on how the game is heading. Sometimes the wicket changes, the weather changes, how it affects the game. So all of those things I try to keep in mind and try to use it to my advantage.
Now you're a celebrated player, there's no two ways about that, but to be a player that's loved not only by his own countrymen but also by the opposition, for the commentators in the box to be saying, thank God we are not out there facing him, high praise. How do you process that?
So I try and not to take it to heart. Yes, I do appreciate the praise, but I take everything with a pinch of salt. I don't take everything seriously. Obviously, in our household, we try to keep everything sane. We don't try to go too high with performances, and we don't go too low. So that is what I look to do. Obviously, I appreciate everything, but I look at myself and I want to be in that bubble, because if I let everybody in that bubble, things will go haywire. So I try to do that, try to keep a simple mindset, try to stick to what I know best, and then hope for the best.
Speaking of mindset and preparation, how do you switch from T20 to Test cricket? Because it hasn't been that much time since the end of the IPL.
It was still a lot of time, because we had spent time in Beckenham. We got some time over here. We were here 2-3 weeks earlier. So you get your overs under your belt. You start to bowl with the red ball. You start to bowl a little fuller, because in T20 cricket, ODI cricket, the ball doesn't swing as much. So you pull your length back. You use your variation over here. You try to You try to keep things simple. So all of these things, we had some time off. So by the time we came here, we were really well prepared.
Jasprit Bumrah is now in our neck of the woods with us up in the commentary box. Do you miss him in the dressing room at all? Do you have a message for him?
I have a message that I'm very happy that I don't have to bowl to him, because I told him this when he was playing with me as well, that I was very happy he's in my team, because I would get bored to death to bowl to him and he would just keep batting and batting and batting. But yes, he's always been a key member of our team. I had interesting conversations with him and he's always missed in the dressing room. So yes, now hopefully he's enjoying his time in the commentary box.
Speaking of the commentary box, there is a request that's come from upstairs from Jasprit Bumrah and Sunil Gavaskar. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you, quote unquote, they've said, Jasprit, please play all 5. Please, please, please.
That is a conversation that we'll have on another day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to us, Jasprit. All the best for the rest of the test match.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
England वर्सेस इंडिया फर्स्ट टेस्ट लाइव नाउ टीवी पर देखिए सिर्फ सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के चैनल्स पर।